Welcome to the first episode of Broadway Boroughs. I'm Candi Boyd.
And I'm Quinn VanAntwerp, and we're your hosts.
Candi lives in Clinton Hill, Brooklyn. She's been the universal swing for Jersey Boys for over 5 years, where she's covered 20 different women in 5 different companies.
Quinn lives on the Upper West Side and is currently starring as Bob Gaudio in Jersey Boys on Broadway. He's played the role in 4 companies and is the longest-running Bob in Jersey Boys history.
Broadway Boroughs is the show that lets you see where Broadway calls home.
There are hundreds of theater professionals that live in and around the 5 boroughs of New York City. But my New York is different than Quinn's New York, which is different than your New York.
Have you ever wondered, does Elphaba live in a walk-up?
Or is the Phantom a hipster?
Join us each and every episode as we go to the homes and neighborhoods of some of the best actors, designers, and directors on Broadway today and get to know their New York.
Today we're taking the N train to the Broadway stop in Astoria, Queens to visit Jessica Rush and Eric Anderson.
So today we're here in Astoria, obviously.
Beautiful
the home
Queens.
of many young aspiring actors.
Yes.
Actually first named after John Jacob Astor,
Okay.
who was the U.S.'s first multi-millionaire. Whoa. But he actually never set foot in Astoria ever in his life.
But they named it after him.
Somehow they named it after him.
What else you got?
It's also the home of many famous artists. So many
Okay.
things have come out of Astoria, like Steinway Pianos,
Right.
Ethel Merman, and my personal favorite is Christopher Walken. You know what I mean?
Do
He's
it,
like,
do it!
oh, what a neighborhood. That's all I
I
got.
have some facts too. I did
Okay.
my homework too.
Yeah.
The average rental price in Astoria currently for a studio, $1,700 a
Okay.
month. The average
good.
price for a 1-bedroom is $2,000 a month.
Okay.
So it's actually a pretty affordable place
Yeah.
to live in the city.
Yeah. Oh, I think this is it right here.
Okay.
Let's try it.
All right.
Jessica's Broadway credits include Gypsy, Guys and Dolls, and Jersey Boys. She got her start in the national tour of Cinderella, where at age 19, she landed the title role.
Thank you. Welcome to our house.
Well, hi, funny faces.
Eric, how are you? Thanks for having us.
The house is better with
What
people
a
in it. It's nice to see
treat.
your beautiful baby. Come on in.
Eric has been in 5 Broadway shows: South Pacific, Kinky Boots, Rocky, The Last Ship, and he starred as Shlomo Karlebach in Soul Doctor, which earned him a Drama Desk nomination.
Well, show us
Want a
around.
drink? Let's have a drink.
Awesome.
Let's sit in the high chair maybe, huh, Elliot?
So Elliot's having her bottle today. What are we gonna have?
We're gonna have bottles as well. No, seriously, we're gonna have old fashions.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Gonna go back to an old standard. It's good for the spring.
Cheers.
Spring.
Thanks for having us over.
Of
Cheers.
Cheers. So I was checking out your little figurine here.
Yeah, it's very
It's the
little.
smallest version of yourself, I'm
Well,
imagining.
As far as we know.
Yeah.
As far as we know. But Dakin Matthews, when we did Rocky, made the entire cast these.
Wow.
Really?
Made one for every single character.
That's amazing.
He's a salt of the earth, Dakin Matthews.
Pretty great.
So why don't we check out the rest of the place?
All right.
Yeah.
Come on.
Show us what you got.
Jessica and Eric rent the entire second floor of a 1940s row house. Theirs is a 1-bedroom and is approximately 850 square feet.
If you wonder how you have a baby in a 1-bedroom,
Yes, I'd like to see
we're
this.
gonna show you.
Wow. Oh, it's so sensible.
Oh my gosh, look at that shot.
That's a photo from your wedding,
That's
I
from the
take it?
wedding.
That's from our wedding.
Yeah.
We
That's
had
incredible.
Awesome.
an underwater photo shoot. When we had Elliot, we made it a joint bedroom, as you can see.
Works pretty well.
Should we check out the living room?
Yeah, come on in, y'all.
And I noticed the poster on the fridge. I think it's
that's-
Squigs did the
That is
poster,
a
right?
Squigs original.
And you guys have a lot of Squig art on
Squigs
the
is
wall.
one of our best pals. You know, he's the Hirschfeld of the 21st century, and he's #1 at what he does.
Eric, that is a ridiculously impressive record collection.
Thanks. This is what I love probably the most out of my stuff here at the house. This is all alphabetical here. We've got bands and vocalists, followed by soundtracks here, children's records here, since we have a child. But these are all the children's records that I grew up with.
Oh, really?
Found some of them on eBay, kind of funny like that. And Christmas.
All right, so baby, 1-bedroom apartment.
Yes.
How does it all fit?
Well, you saw her crib
Yes.
in the bedroom,
Okay.
and that's sort of her space. And then we like to call this closet, which used to be storage, her nursery.
Oh, she does have a nursery.
She has a nursery.
Oh,
is
look
this
at
closet?
that. That's amazing. I'm
I
sorry.
know, they're very cute. Look, we also have a good old-fashioned Chuck,
Yes.
red high-top Chuck.
She has more shoes than I do.
For when she's walking. She doesn't even walk yet, but no, this is what you have to do. I mean, if I didn't stay organized, our life would be in chaos.
Right.
Okay. Baby is down.
Oh, good.
Down.
So we were just actually chatting again that Gypsy was your very first Broadway show?
It was my debut. I came here and auditioned a little bit and ended up booking it at City Center and Encores. And when I did that, he came from the road and saw it. And I was like, we should come here. I said, well, if it goes to Broadway. And then it did, which was exciting.
Wow.
So when we found out it was going to Broadway, we decided to move. And we drove our stuff from LA and moved to this apartment.
This exact apartment?
This exact apartment.
Wow.
It's the only one we looked at. Well, first we went to somewhere else, to a broker, and they said, what's a non-negotiable? And we said,
A bathtub.
because he loves the bath.
Really?
And they laughed at us, and we said, we're serious. And when they said they didn't have anything, we left, and we came here, and we got
The
it.
most amazing bath I've ever
For somebody
been.
that's 7 feet tall.
I literally probably haven't have it like a proper bath in many years
Wow.
because they don't make bathtubs for people who are 6'4".
And we've lived here ever since.
And did you decide on Astoria before you moved here, or was that something that you kind of stumbled upon?
Astoria was one of the neighborhoods. He knew
I knew
nothing
nothing about
about
New
the
York.
city.
Right.
I mean, a lot of actors live out here. It's reasonably priced. It's close to the city. The commute is so easy.
What would you say your favorite place to come to in Astoria? Like after a show, come get a bite to eat and a drink. Do you have like a favorite spot?
Remember when we used to hang out and go eat after a show?
I
We have a
vaguely-
baby now,
Right.
so we don't do that anymore. But when we did, and currently maybe 3 times a week, we still have breakfast at a favorite place called Sanford's
Okay.
here in Astoria. It used to be a diner. It's been around for maybe 75 years now,
Wow.
and it's a staple for us.
Do you find that there's a different kind of energy to being off the island? So like going to sleep here is kind of more relaxing, and
Definitely.
so you
likes
get to get off the island at the end of the day.
Gives you good perspective.
Yeah.
Especially if you have to work in the city and you take the train and you go underground. When you come home at night, you come out from it and are able to see it go away in the distance.
Right.
Gives you some nice perspective and a nice break away from the chaos of it.
After a great visit with Jessica, Eric, and Elliot, we decided to check out their favorite neighborhood spot, Sanford's, right around the corner.
How ironic though that you and I and Eric and Jessica have all lived in Astoria.
I mean, it's such a wonderful, safe neighborhood. There's
Right.
so many great stops to live off of here.
I mean, it is kind of like a little neighborhood just outside of the city, and it's so convenient to get to Midtown.
And so great to catch up with them, right?
I know.
mean, like, Jessica's this like wonderfully pretty, beautiful woman from Texas. Eric has this kind of Jedi presence to him that makes you feel like everything's gonna be okay.
And Elliot is officially the cutest baby that has ever lived.
Thanks for joining us on Broadway Boroughs. I'm Quinn.
I'm Candi. Join us next time in the next borough.
Cheers.
Cheers.